welcome back, everyone. I'm recognizing some names, some familiar names. I think more than ever, we need the tools of yoga and meditation to help us with resiliency and to calm down the nervous system. So I invite you all to set up your sacred space, whatever that may mean to you. So maybe lighting a candle or lighting an incense, maybe putting on some music in the background. I also invite you to grab a pillow to either sit on or a rolled up blanket to sit on. And we'll go ahead and meet on our mats. So I invited you to sit on your pillow, but I'm also going to invite you to lay down in Shavasana in the beginning of class. Just begin to find a comfortable seat or resting down, laying down in Shavasana, whatever feels right to you in this moment. You can close your eyes. You can keep a soft focus on the floor a few feet in front of you. You might begin to lengthen your spine and allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears. The elbows are getting heavier. And let there be a little space between your upper and lower teeth, softening your jaw, maybe even softening the space between the eyebrows. Soften your belly, letting it fall forward and relax. Let the legs get a little heavier. And begin to bring some awareness to all points of contact you have with the surface underneath you. Notice if you place more pressure in the left or right side of the body, and gently even that out. Notice which parts of the legs are in contact with the surface beneath you, which edges of the feet, and which toes. While maintaining the tall spine, see if you can softly sink into those connection spots just a little bit. Really arriving into your seat. Staying with your normal breath in and out. Through the nose at a rate that is comfortable to you. Begin to bring some awareness to your belly. Notice any sensation that happens there as you breathe. This isn't a forced movement, and you might not feel anything at all, and that is perfectly okay. Just notice what happens in the belly as you inhale and as you exhale. Maybe there's a slight expansion in the belly as you breathe in and a slight contraction as you breathe out. Maybe it's very subtle. For a few breath cycles, just notice what's happening in the belly. We'll begin to move our awareness up to our rib cage, just around the lungs. Same thing, stay with your normal, natural breath. Just notice any sensation, any movement that happens there. Maybe the ribs move outward. Making room for the lungs to expand as you breathe in. And softly move back toward the midline of the body as you breathe out. Could be subtle. You might not feel anything at all. That is perfectly okay. Just notice a few breath cycles here. Now moving your awareness to your heart, your chest. With your normal breath, maybe there's a slight lifting feeling of the chest as you breathe in. And a slight softening down as you breathe out. I invite you to just notice here. Begin to move your awareness right to your throat and your nose. Maybe you notice the temperature or texture of the air as it comes in through the nose and into the throat. Notice how it might change as it leaves the throat and the nose. Staying with a normal breath, just keep your focus there for a few cycles. When you feel ready, start to deepen your breath, making your inhales and exhales a little bit bigger. And notice how all these parts work and move together. So on an inhale, you might feel expansion through the belly, the ribs, the heart, throat, and nose. And on the exhale, you might feel natural softening as everything moves back towards the middle of the body. Take a couple deep, slow breaths. Just feel how your body is breathing, how it responds to this inhale and exhale. When you're ready, drop your chin towards your chest. Soften the shoulders and belly again. And slowly allow the eyes to start to open. Slowly letting the light back in. When you begin to lift your head, just look around the room. Here we are in this virtual yoga studio. Just kind of look around. Notice where your eyes are feeling drawn to. Maybe noticing something you haven't noticed in here before. Just orient yourself to this space. And if you are laying down in Shavasana, I invite you to wiggle the arms and the legs, stretching the arms over the head, and slowly rolling yourself up to a seated position. We'll begin to inhale the arms and hands. over the head, pressing the palms together. And exhale down to heart center. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, lifting up. Press together, heart center. And we'll go ahead and release the hands back down to the lap. We'll just begin with a few neck rolls. So we'll begin lowering that right ear to right shoulder blade. Chin to chest. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder blade. Bringing it around. Matching your breath pace with movement. Maybe hanging out in a spot that feels good to you. Releasing any tension out of the neck. Maybe switching rotations. Going through one more round, and then we'll go ahead and meet back in center. We'll go ahead and place our hands onto our knees. We'll begin to inhale, lift the heart and chest up towards the sky. And then exhale, coming back onto the tailbone, arching the spine, bringing the chin in towards the chest. Coming into a variation of cat and cow. Inhale, lifting that chest up, heart up. Exhale, round out that spine, coming back onto the tailbone and bring that chin in towards the chest. We'll go through this for a few more rounds. Adding some fluidity into the spine. Maybe going through one more round, and we'll go ahead and meet back in center. We'll go ahead, inhale the arms up above the head. And exhale, begin to fold over those legs. Begin to spider walk those fingers out in front of you. We'll stay here for 2 to 3 breaths. Inhale, begin to walk those hands back up. If you're sitting on a pillow or rolled up blanket, then go ahead and remove that out from underneath you. We'll begin to inhale, lift those arms up above the head. And exhale, turn and twist off to the right side. Bring that right hand behind us, left hand on the outside of that right knee. Our gaze is going to be over that right shoulder blade. With every inhalation, shooting the crown of the head up towards the sky. And every exhalation, twisting a little bit deeper. Inhale, slowly begin to unwind, bringing yourself back to center. Inhale, lifting the arms and gaze up above you. And exhale, twist off to the left side this time. Bringing that right hand on the outside of that left knee and that left hand behind us. With every inhalation, lengthening the spine. And every exhalation, twisting a little bit deeper. Inhale, slowly begin to unwind, bringing yourself back to center. We'll inhale, lift those arms and gaze up above the head. And exhale, begin to fold forward over those legs once again. Maybe spider walking those fingers out in front of you. Dropping the head, lowering the neck. Releasing the neck, I should say. Inhale, begin to walk those fingertips back up towards the body. We'll go ahead, inhale, lifting those arms up above the head. And exhale, go ahead, lower that right hand down to the right side. Extend that left arm overhead. May even drop that right elbow. Rooting down through both sit bones. Breathing deeply into the left rib cage. Inhale, begin to lift back up. Exhale, lowering that left hand or left forearm and extending that right arm overhead. And again, rooting down through both sit bones. Maybe lifting the heart up towards the sky. Inhale, begin to lift back up. And exhale, lower those arms back down towards the side. We're gonna go ahead and come up onto the left hip. And we're gonna meet on our hands and knees. We'll go ahead, finding our balance and alignment here. We'll inhale that right arm up, thumb facing up towards the sky. And go ahead and lift that left leg up, foot flexed. Bringing the belly button in towards the spine. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen once again. And exhale, slowly lower that right hand and that left knee. When you're ready, lifting that left arm up, thumb facing up towards the sky. And lift that right leg up, foot flexed. Go ahead and bring that navel in towards the spine. Inhaling here and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen once again. And exhale, lower that left hand and that right knee. We're gonna go ahead and bring those knees to the outer edges of the mat, big toes together. And we're gonna sit back onto the heels. Extend both arms forward and lower that forehead down to the earth. Taking a few moments to ourselves here in child's pose. I invite you to come back to this posture at any point during your practice. It's a great resting pose. And I invite you, on one hand, to think of 5 things that are out of your control. And on the other hand, I want you to think of 5 things that are in your control. Whether that be your breath, how you react to others, what you eat. Just begin to think of 5 things that are in your control. We'll go ahead, inhale here. And as you exhale, we'll go ahead and walk our hands off to the right side. Maybe pressing that left hand on top of the right. Inhale, we'll go ahead, walk those hands back to center. And on the exhale, go ahead and walk those hands off to the right side. Maybe we press that right hand on top of the left. We'll go ahead, inhale, walk those hands back to center. And we'll go ahead and meet back in tabletop position. Tucking our toes underneath us, lifting the knees and hips up towards the sky. We'll go ahead and meet in downward facing dog. This could be your first down dog of the day, so your hamstrings may feel a little bit tight. Feel free to have a nice bend in the knees. Maybe walking out the dog, so pressing one heel down and then the other. Go ahead, press down through the ring finger and the palms. Letting the outer edges of the armpits fall down towards the earth. We'll go ahead and begin to walk the feet up towards the hands. Coming into a nice forward fold. And again, you can have your knees bent here if the hamstrings are feeling tight. We'll go ahead and grab a hold of opposite elbows with opposite hands. And we'll just rock from side to side. Maybe shaking the head no, nodding it yes, releasing any tension out of the neck. Go ahead and release those palms down towards the earth. And we'll go ahead and we'll all take a nice bend in the knees and slowly roll up the spine, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders and head coming last. And we'll go ahead and step into mountain pose. So we want to check our alignment here. Our feet are going to be hip width distance. We're going to lift up all 10 toes, spread them wide, and bring them one down onto the mat at a time. Lift the kneecaps, activate the thighs. Tuck the pelvic bone in and engage the core muscles. We'll go ahead and inhale the shoulders up towards the ears and down the length of the spine. Opening up the palms and activating the fingertips. We'll just stay here for a few moments. Noticing our breath. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Noticing the temperature of the air on our skin. We'll begin to inhale the arms over the head. And exhale, swan dive forward, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back rise. So bringing those hands on top of the shin. Complete flat back, crown of the head shooting forward. Exhale, folding forward, plant those palms, and we'll step back into a high plank. We'll go ahead and lower the knees down onto the mat and then the entire body all the way down onto the mat. We'll inhale, press those tops of the feet down onto the mat, and we'll inhale using the strength of the lower spine to lift the chest and heart off the ground. Baby cobra. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up onto the knees, tuck those toes, and exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Taking 3 to 4 breaths here. Maybe walking out those heels. Go ahead, inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, begin to walk the feet up towards the hands. Inhale, flat back rise. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, take a nice bend in those knees, slowly roll up the spine, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders and head coming last. Inhale the arms up above the head. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back rise. Exhale, forward fold. Press those palms into the ground, step back, high plank. Exhale, lower those knees down. Then the chest and come all the way down onto the mat. Inhale, pressing those palms down, lifting the chest and heart up, baby cobra. Exhale, folding forward. Pressing up onto the knees, tucking those toes, lifting those knees up, along with the hips coming into downward facing dog. Taking 3 to 4 breaths here. Maybe taking a bend in the knees and then lengthening the legs back out. We'll inhale, lift the gaze, and begin to walk the feet up towards the hands. Inhale, flat back rise. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rising back up. Pressing those palms together at the top. And exhale, folding forward. Back into forward fold. Exhale, flat back rise. Bring those hands to the tops of the shin. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, high plank. Gonna give you, yogis, a choice here. You can stay in high plank or exhale the knees down. We'll exhale, chaturanga. Take the bend in the elbows. Inhale, flat back rise. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, roll over those toes, downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. Inhale, begin to slowly walk the feet up towards the hand. Flat back rise. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, reverse swan, meeting back with the hands up above the head. Press those palms together and exhale to heart center. We'll go ahead, release those arms down towards the sides, coming into mountain pose. And shutting the eyelids here or staring down at the tip of the nose. We'll just take a few breaths here, a few moments, catch up with our breath. Allowing it to come back to a natural pace. Inhaling here. And exhale, we'll go ahead and bring that right foot back, setting ourselves up for a warrior series pose. So we want to make sure that right foot is facing parallel to the mat while the left foot is facing forward. We'll go ahead and inhale the arms up to a T, and exhale, take a bend in that left knee. Go ahead and check your alignment here. You want to make sure that left knee is directly over that left ankle. You should only be able to see that left big toe and the left second toe. So we'll go ahead and bring our eyes over the left peace fingers, and we'll take 3 to 4 breaths here. And we'll inhale here, begin to reach forward with that left hand, flip that palm, and exhale that right hand down that right leg, bringing that left arm overhead, coming into reverse warrior. We'll take 3 to 4 breaths here. Making sure we're keeping that a bend in that left knee. Inhale, bring it back to warrior 2. And exhale, lower that left elbow onto the left knee. And extend that right arm overhead. You want a long stream of energy from those right toes to those right fingertips. We'll go ahead, inhale here and rotate. Cartwheel those hands down to frame that left foot. Come up onto those right toes. We're gonna go ahead and lower that right knee down onto the earth, planting that right palm on the inside of the left foot. We'll inhale the left arm up towards the sky. We could stay here if we'd like, or you could come deeper into the stretch by lifting that right knee up off of the mat. Staying here for 3 to 4 breaths. And we'll exhale, lower that left hand down to frame that left foot. Drop that right knee back down onto the mat. Bring that left knee back to meet the right. And we'll go ahead, bring the knees to the outer edges of the mat, big toes together. Sit back onto the heels, and we'll meet in child's pose. You simultaneously bring those hands forward while bringing the hips back towards the heels. I invite you to notice the texture of the mat underneath the fingertips. Maybe you begin to notice any sounds around you. And when you feel ready, allowing yourselves to come back to tabletop position. We'll go ahead and tuck the toes underneath, lifting the knees and hips up, meeting in downward facing dog. We'll slowly begin to walk the feet towards the hands to the front of the mat, coming into forward fold. We'll all take a nice bend in the knees and slowly roll up that spine, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders and head coming last, meeting back in mountain pose. Taking a couple breaths here. Inhaling, and as you exhale, we'll go ahead and bring the left foot back, setting ourselves up for warrior series on the left side. So this time, your right foot's gonna be facing forward, and the left foot's gonna be facing parallel to the mat. We'll go ahead and inhale the arms up to a T-like position, and exhale, take that bend in that right knee. Go ahead and take a moment to check your alignment. Is that right knee directly over that right ankle? You should be able to see those right big toe and the right second toe. Next, bring your gaze over those right peace fingers. We'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. Inhale, begin to reach forward with that right hand, flip that palm, and exhale that left hand down, that left thigh, coming into reverse warrior. Staying here for 3 to 4 breaths. Inhale, bringing it back to warrior 2. Exhale, lowering that right elbow onto that right knee, and extend that left arm overhead. And again, you want that long stream of energy from the left toes to the left fingertips. Go ahead, exhale, cartwheel those hands down to frame that right foot, come up onto those left toes, and lower that left knee down onto the mat. We'll go ahead and press down into that left palm and inhale, raising that right arm up towards the sky. We could stay right here if we like, or lift that left knee off the mat. Staying here for 3 to 4 breaths. Go ahead, exhale, lower that right hand down, followed by that left knee. Go ahead, bring that right knee back. Go ahead, bring the knees to the outer edges of the mat, big toes together. Sit back onto the heels, extend those arms forward, and place the forehead down towards the earth. Taking a moment or two here in child's pose. Maybe noticing the temperature of the air on your skin, the texture of the mat underneath you. And when you feel ready, inhale, coming back up into tabletop position. We're gonna go ahead and meet at the top of the mat, however you'd like to get up there. And we're gonna get ready for our balancing series. Right now, I'm really feeling the warrior series and bringing that warrior strength inside of us all. So I want to continue with the warrior series by doing warrior 3. So we'll all meet at the top of the mat. Begin to bring your hands to prayer mudra in front of heart center. We'll go ahead and inhale, take a bend in that right knee and lift that right knee up, flexing that right foot. Inhaling here. And exhale, begin to kick that right leg back behind you, squaring off the hips, down towards the earth. Staying here for 3 to 4 breaths. You could keep the hands in prayer mudra, heart center, or bring them out to the side, airplane. You could bring them behind you, the fingers back towards that right foot. Or you could simply keep them prayer mudra, heart center. We'll go ahead and inhale, lifting that right knee back up. And exhale, lower that right leg down to meet the left. Taking a moment here. And it's completely okay if you fall out of this pose. You can always get up and try again. Go ahead, bringing the weight off to the right leg this time. Lifting that left knee up, flexing that left foot. When you feel ready and balanced, inhaling here and exhale, kick that left leg back, squaring off those hips down towards the earth. This is warrior 3. Maybe keeping those hands in prayer mudra or bringing the arms out to the side in airplane. Whatever feels right to you in this moment. Inhale, bringing that left knee back up. And exhale, lowering it back down to meet the right. Go ahead, release those arms down to the side. Meeting back in mountain pose. Next, we'll go ahead and come in tree pose. So go ahead and meet in mountain at first. I invite you all to shut the eyelids and begin to imagine roots flowing through the hips, the legs, down through the feet, and down to the core of the earth. Imagine these roots grounding you down. Begin to take your way off into the left leg. Coming up onto those right toes, turning and opening up that right hip. Placing that right heel on the inside of that left ankle. When you feel ready, bringing that right foot either right below that left knee or bringing it up and placing it on the inside of that left thigh. You could always be next to a wall to help you balance here. You could bring your hands to prayer mudra, heart center. You can even bring your arms out to a T-like position. This one's really good for some balancing. Or you can bring your arms up overhead. Wave them around. It's okay if you're making micro adjustments throughout this posture. Wiggling around. Just imagine yourself a tree in the wind. If your arms are over your head, pressing the palms together and exhale, heart center. Go ahead, lower that right leg down to meet the left. Maybe shake it out a little bit. And we'll go ahead and bring the weight off to that right leg now. Take a bend in that left knee, opening up that left knee, pressing that left heel on the inside of that right ankle. Finding a still point ahead of us. Begin to bring that left foot up. You never want to place that foot on the knee. You can injure yourself that way. Always have that foot either right below the knee or right above the knee. Go ahead and bring your hands to whatever variation feels comfortable and right to you in this moment. Pressing the palms together if your arms are above your head, and exhale, heart center. Lower that left leg down to meet the right. Go ahead and shake out the legs a little bit. Do a little dance. And we'll go ahead and meet at the top of our mat in mountain pose. We're going to go ahead and inhale, lowering the arms down towards the mat. Inhale, sitting up, chair pose. Taking a few breaths here. And exhale, lower the bottom down towards the mat, coming, sitting onto the bottom, feet down onto the mat. Maybe we place our hands on the backs of our thighs, slightly coming back onto the tailbone, engaging the core muscles, and lengthening out the spine, lifting the legs up and meeting in bow pose. Taking a few breaths here. Sometimes I like to act like I'm rowing the boat, so bringing the arms down to one side, bringing the arms down to the other. And go ahead, do some torso twists, rowing the boat. And go ahead, lower those feet, hug those knees into the chest, and lower the head down towards the knees, rounding out the spine, releasing the neck and the head. And we're gonna go ahead and roll back onto the spine. So take a few roll backs. This one's really fun and playful. Massaging out the spine. And roll back one last time. And go ahead and come down onto the mat. We're gonna go ahead and hug both knees into the chest, rolling from side to side. We're gonna go ahead and hug the right knee in towards that right armpit, and then we're gonna extend that left leg down towards the earth. We're gonna go ahead and release that right arm down to the side, and with that left hand, go ahead and bring that right knee across the body, coming into a nice spinal twist. Inhale, coming back to center, hugging that right knee into the chest, and then hug that left knee into the chest. Hugging both knees into the chest now, rocking from side to side. Go ahead and hug the left knee in towards the left armpit, and extend that right leg down towards the earth. Taking a few breaths here. Next, we'll extend that left arm out to the side, and using that right hand, we'll bring that left knee across the body, coming into a nice supine twist, spinal twist. Go ahead and bring the gaze over to that left hand. We'll go ahead and inhale, bringing both knees back to center, hugging both knees into the chest, maybe even grabbing a hold of opposite elbows or opposite forearms. We're going to go ahead and lift the nose up towards the knees, coming into a cannonball position. Begin to tighten up everything in the body, from the toes, the legs, the arms, even scrunching up the face. Go ahead and give yourselves a really, really tight hug. And exhale, releasing all limbs down onto the earth. We're going to set ourselves up for Shavasana, our final posture of the class. I would like to talk you guys through a guided meditation or a yoga nidra. What yoga nidra means is it's pretty much a yogic sleep. So I invite you guys to set yourselves up to get comfortable, maybe placing a pillow underneath the head or underneath the legs so the lower spine can come closer towards the earth. This yoga nidra is great for decreasing anxiety and releasing stress. It can be as restorative as 3 hours of sleep. So go ahead, laying down. See if you can make yourself 10% more comfortable than you already are. Making any adjustments so you can completely relax into silence. Closing your eyes. Noticing any shadows that fall across the eyelids. Now notice all the sounds inside your room, my voice, these singing bowls. Now notice all the sounds you could hear inside your own body. Maybe your breath. Feel the weight of your body on the surface of the mat. Feel your breath gently flowing in and out. Notice what is present in you. No need to change your experience, but being with it just as it is. Thoughts coming and going, attention on sensation in the body. Without moving it, bring your awareness to your right thumb. Notice where it is in space, if it's touching anything. You can imagine it in your mind's eye. Bring awareness to the right first finger, noticing where it is and how it feels. Your right middle finger, the right ring finger, and the right pinky finger. Bring your awareness to your right palm, noticing a texture or a temperature. back of the right hand, the right wrist. Bringing your awareness to your right lower arm, the right elbow, right upper arm, and right shoulder. All of your awareness is on your right hand and arm as they relax. Next, bring your awareness to your right ribs, your right hip, right upper leg, the thigh, right knee, the front and back, right lower leg, shin and calf. Bring awareness to your right ankle, top of the foot, bottom of the foot, and each right toe. All of your awareness on the right side, leg and foot, as they relax. Begin to shift your awareness to your left thumb. Noticing where it is in space, if it's touching anything, how it feels. Left first finger, left middle finger, left ring finger, left pinky finger. Bring awareness to your left palm, back of the hand, left wrist, left lower arm. Bring awareness to your left elbow. Left upper arm and left shoulder. All of your awareness on your left hand and arm as they relax. Left ribs, left hip, left upper leg, the thigh, left knee, front and back, left lower leg, shin and calf, left ankle, top of the foot, bottom of the foot, and each left toe. All of your awareness on your left side, leg and foot, as they relax. Begin to bring your awareness to the back of your head. Top of the head, forehead, eyebrows, eyelids, nose, cheeks, lips, chin, and jaw, the neck and throat, collarbones, and that space in your chest where your heart sits. All of your awareness on head, face, and heart as they relax. Take a moment to feel where you might still be holding on to tension, self-judgments, or if you're struggling against yourself in some way. Allow yourself, if it feels right, to drop the tension, the judgments, or the struggle, and allow yourself to be just as you are, resting here, feeling the felt sense of the body, the breath gently flowing in and out. Gently bringing your awareness back to your breath. Take some deep inhales and exhales. Bring some movement into your fingers and toes. Maybe roll your wrists and your ankles. Rock your head from left to right, aligning both brain hemispheres. Begin to take a big stretch, reaching your arms up over your head. Gently bringing the knees into the chest and rolling onto one side. At your own pace, begin to make your way up into a comfortable seated position. The eyes can remain shut. We'll go ahead and press our hands together in prayer mudra in front of heart center. And slowly bow our head for bringing ourselves to our yoga mat today. Bowing our head in gratitude for one another and the community that we can create virtually. Nodding ourselves in gratitude for giving ourselves a moment of self-care today. The divine light in me honors the divine light in you. And with that, we are one. Namaste.